Yo yo yo, what is going on today, guys? It's your boy Nyx Gaming, also known as Nyx Official, and we're back once again today with another stream do-it-yourself video. And this one is we're going to be discussing how to make a very basic webcam frame and banner. Obviously take it up a notch, guys, add different effects on different shapes, on different transparencies and everything like that. We're just gonna, to keep it as short as possible, we are just going to do a very basic kind of run through of how to do it and how to use the program and whatnot. So guys, make sure if you are new around here, you're not only subscribing and liking this video and commenting saying you like this video, but also check out our Twitch page where we mess around with different things such as graphic designs, gaming, and whatnot over on Twitch at Nyx Official. If you guys are in the mood to buy a new PC, whether it be for streaming, gaming, editing, whatever it may be, check out Evolve Gaming. And use our discount code NYX to support the channel, but they also offer financing at checkout on some of their PCs and stuff like that. So go check it out. I highly suggest it, guys. But without any further ado, let's learn how to create some overlays. Alright guys, and once again, this is just basically going to be how to create a couple different overlays for your streams using the free program Inkscape. So let's get right on into it. So first thing you're going to want to do is, again, this program is also linked in the description below. And so first thing we're going to talk about is Webcam Frames. This is personally going to probably be the hardest out of all of them. So once again, I also have the new template as the HD screen. So this is the proper size of what my overlay or what my stream will look like. And I will go more in depth in how I actually edit them and get them to match and stuff like that. So just follow along with this video and you guys will have a decent custom looking stream in no time. Obviously the more you play around with this program, the more you will understand how the program works and be able to create things that are just out of this world, and that at the end of the day you will feel happier with actually getting it or making it yourself. Alright, so first is going to be the webcam frame. So once again, how I normally do this, obviously the best way to do this is figure out your exact webcam size and all that. Another way you can do it is actually copy and paste your webcam using different screenshot tools. You can copy and paste it right in to this program as an image so you can actually see the sizing, how you have it and stuff like that, but I'm going to show you the gist of it right now without that. So obviously I have mine, yours will automatically just show up as a square, so I gotta fix that by dragging that up. Yours will also be not see-through, such as mine is. So once again, we will drag that all the way up. So your square will look something very similar to this. Now you may be saying, Nyx, that's just a square so far. Well, bear with us, we're getting there. So after you have that, up in this top right hand corner, there's enable snapping. Make sure you have that off before you put on the next square. And now this is much easier if you change this to a different color. So we're gonna go with red just because it's easier to see. You try to get it as close to the side as you can, and or whatever you want. So if you wanted a very thin border, something along there. If you need to change it, such as I do, because we wanted to create a little bit of a thicker one but not too thick, as you will see what we're going to be doing with this in a minute. Again, all these overlays will actually be posted in our Discord completely for free. So if you do like what we make here, then feel free to download them completely for free. Use them on your stream. Doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that other people seeing this YouTube video will have this or could have this as well. So obviously making it yourself, customizing one yourself is a much better idea, but go check out our Discord. We not only have this, we already have a whole bunch of overlays and stuff already over there. So now to align this, after we have our 2 squares, you're going to want to hold shift on the keyboard and click the other square as well. Now you'll see both are actually outlined dotted. And from there you actually want to go ahead, whoops, I clicked the wrong thing here. You're going to want to go ahead and click right here where it says align or distribute. If this is not there, it will show up somewhere around over here or somewhere for you. So here it is, and we're just going to align the 2. We were very, very close anyways. And now that we have them both highlighted still, we're going to punch it out now. So we're going to go into path, and down to exclusion. Now we'll only have the outside one, which is black, which is why we did the first layer black, because this is the look we're going for. So now from here, guys, we can size it to whatever size we find fit. So just something around there is just what we're going to do it. And of course we can hit minus and plus on the keyboard to zoom in a little bit so we can properly click on everything that we need to do. So now you have your very basic border or webcam frame, but it's just a solid color. It doesn't look that great, especially not on stream yet. So you're going to want to add and take away, and this is where you're going to want to have your mind just travel and think about exactly what you like. Look for shapes and colors and different things in your stream already. So like, for example, I've told people in the past when they're trying to decide what brand colors they want to use for their streams and stuff like that, think of like a gaming chair behind you. What color is that? What color is like your lights normally? Is it RGB? Because if so, that doesn't matter. If it's a solid color like red or blue, maybe add different elements of that in your stream to match that, and it'll look a lot better. But I'm gonna show you some of the different things you can do to this webcam frame right now. So the main thing you can do right now is there's all sorts of filters. You can play around with all sorts of these filters, doing different things, but I'm going to actually duplicate this layer by right clicking and hit duplicate, making the new one. We're gonna go with a red. So we wanted to do that. So after we have a red frame as well, underneath this is the black. Up in the top here, we can actually lower this right to the bottom of the layers, and we can just play with it to make a little bit of a red border where we want. So we want it a little bit along the outside to be red, something like that. So now we can actually play around with the filters and whatnot that we want to do, but first obviously we want to keep everything as aligned as possible. So once again, we're just going to hit that little align button and align everything up once again. So now that it's all aligned, we're going to play around with some of the other filters. So I actually want this red to be glowing red. So one way I could do this, and obviously sometimes it's hard to click the different layers when they're on the background, but I find it useful if you just zoom in, zoom back out. So we can actually apply a filter to this right now, and the easiest way to do that is going to actually be the filters, the glow. The easiest way to do the glow filter on this is actually going to be to just go shadows and glows, dark and glow, and now we have a little bit of a glow along the outside. Well, this black still looks a little bit off, so we're just gonna add a quick bevel to it, and let's see how the button looks. The button kind of looks fairly decent there. So now you have a very, very basic webcam frame. So we zoom out, highlight both of those. I don't know why it doesn't want to highlight both of them now. We can actually just go ahead and hit shift and click them both separately if we can't select them normally. So once you have them both, as you move it, it will actually move completely 100% by like scaled to exactly how it was, and you don't have to exactly worry about it. So that's how your webcam frame will look. And if you wanted to add a little bit more of an oomph to it, what you could actually do here as well is figure out which one's your bottom and which one's the black. And once you have the black one selected here, you can actually go filter shadows, drop shadow, and then the options have it blur radius 5, horizontal and vertical offset 0, and shadow type as outer. And this will kind of give it a little bit of a drop shadow. And you can apply it a couple times just to give it a little bit of a pop out from the screen. So once again, you can add all sorts of different things to that. Whoops. We're actually going to have to realign it now. That's why it's important. You'll do that a whole lot, guys. And you'll have to realign it. And then from here, all you're going to do is the background's automatically transparent. So you're just going to go export PNG file, export as, find exactly where you want to save it as. So we're going to go ahead and go into our pictures and save it into our stream pieces and in our frames. And we're just going to call this a red basic outer glow. So from there, guys, that is going to be it for the webcam frame. Obviously, you can add the different shapes. Like I can add all sorts of different things to kind of make it my own and make it kind of nice and whatnot like that. So, but we're not going to do that. We saved, sorry, we didn't actually save it yet. You're actually going to want to, after you have it export as, you're actually going to need to export it, but make sure it's on selection after having it, or you're going to save the whole picture and it's just going to be a nightmare on your OBS. So after you've saved that and it's exported, if you're not sure, it won't let you save it again, or it'll ask you if you want to save it again. So the next thing you're going to want to do here, guys, is create a little bit of a, let's just say you want, we're going to delete both of these now as well. And let's say you want a little bit of a banner at the bottom or something very, very basic. So you're going to do the same thing, add a couple different layers. So we're actually going to add a black layer here, and we're going for the red and black kind of theme here. So we're going to zoom in a little bit as well and adjust our screen back to normal. And as you can see, this is pretty good dimensions. It lays all the way across. So you got to kind of visualize what you want. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make a very, very small little red rectangle. And we're going to hit this edit path by nodes. Well, this is still highlighted, just the small red rectangle. We're going to actually go up and go object to path. And now we can kind of mess around with the shape of this. So it's not exactly a square. So one thing to note is you can move it which way you want. And that might not be a smart idea, but we'll just go kind of here with this. And we'll flip her around. Whoops. And there we go. So we'll flip her around. We'll duplicate this layer as well. We'll flip this one the other way. And once again, this is red, so it's gonna match our webcam frame. And we can zoom out, and this one will go over to this side. Again, this is just like an idea. This is not how to actually do it yourself. This is just me basically showing you the different filters and stuff like that that you can use, and the potential here. We're actually going to delete this layer to make it kind of so much nicer. We're going to want to zoom in, scroll all the way over to the side, and fix it to be at the bottom. So as you can see, it was way out there, so we don't actually need it to be that deep and that big. And we'll just kind of line it up the best we can. We'll take this layer, we'll duplicate it now, we'll flip it once again, we'll zoom back out, and we'll slide her right on over to the side. Once again, you can completely customize this however you want, add different shapes, add different things that you want, but I'm just showing just basically the thing. We're gonna give these two outer layers, or these outer triangles, the glow by going filters, shadows and glows, and dark and glow once again. And we got that little bit of craziness on there for the glow. We're gonna do the exact same thing, the button filter on the back there. We're actually gonna give it a gradient. So how you're gonna do this is right behind my webcam frame here. So we're gonna move this on up over this way for just a second. So over in the bottom corner here, there's your fills, stroke paints, and all of that fun jazz over in that corner. So you're gonna wanna pick a gradient here. So we're gonna pick the one that's kind of going to the middle. And now you're gonna go filter, or not filters, I messed that right up. You're gonna go create and edit gradients. Try to even out your screen so you can see the whole thing once again. You're gonna click that guy, and it shows you all of that. So when you zoom out once more, you can click on both ends and hold shift, and now you can add multiple different nodes is what they're called. So we're gonna go multiple stops, or up at the top where it says multiple stops, we're gonna, first one's black, so we're gonna leave that black, or we're gonna make that red. And then going outer, we're gonna go with a little bit of a darker red, and eventually make her go right into a black. And let's see how that looks. So it looks all right. You got a basic gradient, a basic little webcam frame there now as well, and obviously there's room in the middle. You can add your logo. I've seen a lot of people like just make a circle as well, and now you can basically add the same effects or whatever to that, give it a little bit of a border as well, and put your logo in the middle or whatever else you wanted to do by messing around with it. Once again, just mess around with the program, guys. Create different things, let your mind kind of explore. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the program in future videos, but that's basically it. You have two beautiful overlays now, or at least know how to make them. And we invite you guys to our Discord to check out the designs we create as well. We're actually going to go through our Discord and all those designs. I'm going to include in brackets the program I use to make it a little bit more useful for you guys. But until next time, guys, peace.